This is the first hive. Looks like the feeder is empty, which is good because we're wanting to take it off completely. Okay, are we in frame? Kinda. Tilt this a little bit more, see if that works. Oh, I'm so tired of ants. Okay, so just right off the bat here, it looks like they've got at least 9 frames drawn and activity down here, so we'll start taking a look, but these guys are probably going to need another box. Unfortunately, I was planning on that, so make sure they're good and smoked. Take a look. There's not a whole lot of room. And you want to be very careful because you can easily roll a queen as you're pulling those frames out. If your queen happens to be walking along, it's very easy to kill her. Okay, this is all stores on this side, and this side they are just starting to draw out. That side is just stores. Now this is a nice heavy frame. This side is all stores. And this side you've got capped honey. All of this fresh white is capped honey. And then you can see the different colors of the bee bread in there. And there is nectar in there that they're working on filling up and turning into honey. So this is a nice stores frame. Set it aside. Yeah, that's an entire frame just of stores right there. Try not to squish a bunch of bees. Okay. Okay, that's a nice brood pattern there with a nice honey band across the top. And then the more tan color, that's all brood. That's nice capped brood. I see larvae in there, a lot of good larvae, and I see eggs. Not even sure I saw eggs. Might have been just larvae. Nope, there's a few eggs, so the queen was here recently. Coming in and backfilling. And this side looks good too. Okay, this is a beautiful pattern of capped brood here. That is just incredible. Just a beautiful pattern. And same on this side, a very solid brood pattern. All nice and capped. That looks really good. Still finding ants. Gosh darn. Make some more room here. Okay, this is a lot of emerged with eggs. So the queen has, speaking of the queen, here's our queen right here. She's got her nice little dot on her. So she's running around laying. She's looking for open spots on this frame that she can come back in and lay. This frame has mostly hatched out. There's still a little bit of brood that has yet to hatch out on it. But then she's doing a great job of backfilling. I see eggs all over the place here. So that looks really good. I'm gonna go 1 or 2 frames more. And then I think I'm just gonna throw another box on top, because I don't need to go through every single frame. Queen looks like she's doing a great job. Yeah, I see eggs on here. I do see we've got some swarm cells down here, and I'm going to go ahead and just remove those because I don't want this hive swarming. So I'm just going to remove all of this off the bottom of this frame. If I can, maybe I can do it in a way that you'll be able to see. Yeah, great. Just remove that so that that's cleaned up. And we'll go ahead and look for any more of that nonsense that needs cleaned up. They don't need to be thinking about swarming. I'm going to give them more space, so they'll be all right. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. Okay. think this had some on the bottom of it. This, I'm pretty sure, still has our queen. Don't see Queenie, but she's probably still on here, or might have just jumped one frame, so we'll be very careful. I don't even see any swarm cells on this, but I'm going to go ahead and peel it off, just so we don't have to worry about it. Yep, there's our queen again. So she's still doing a good job there. Ease that back in there. You know our queen's there. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and just tuck these over. And those two that I took out, I'll put in back over here once I get here. Since I've seen some swarm cells, I do want to go ahead and go through every frame. Okay, our queen is on this one, so we want to be very careful moving this one. And be careful squeezing that together. Give the bees time to move. Okay. And then this one is the one that I took the swarm cells off of. Ooh. So it can go over. And again, give the bees time to move as you're bringing them together. As you can smash a queen if you don't give her time to move her butt. And that would be no fun. Do an inspection, see the queen, and then as you're putting everything back together, end up squishing her. But it happens. It happens. I've killed queens, I've lost queens. It'll happen. Okay. Here we've got another good brood pattern. Very strong on both sides. Very strong. And nothing on the bottom to worry about. The next one I see has drone. Try not to squish too many bees. It's always the trick. Another just solid brood pattern. That is just absolutely gorgeous. It's what you want to see. So you've got all of this is nice brood pattern here. There's a little bit of stores up in the top corners. And then down here at the bottom, you've got a little bit of drone comb. And it is just late spring, so nothing wrong with that. That all looks good. And same thing on this side here. You've got just a little bit of stores. A little bit of stores up on the edge. And then just beautiful drone or brood through here. Now this is a capped queen cell right here, and I don't want that. That could be a supersedure cell, or that could be a swarm cell, because typically on the side of a frame it would be a supersedure cell, but bees don't have building codes, so they can put stuff wherever they want, and no one's going to stop them. So, yeah, we'll just go ahead and pull that out. That's got a lot of royal jelly in it. I wish I had something to collect that. That's okay. The bees will clean that up. They'll take care of it. But that's what we're looking for, is swarm cells, supersedure cells. The brood patterns have looked good so far, but if there was an issue with brood patterns, then that could indicate an issue with our queen, and so we would want to be mindful of that. But all of our brood patterns so far have looked really good. Yeah, and this frame's got some stuff on it we'll scrape off just because otherwise it'll be all wonky. Oh yeah, we've got a lot of swarm cells here. Let me see if I can't come around here maybe. Okay, are we still in frame? I think we are. Okay, so let me get a closer look here. So these cells down here at the very bottom, those would typically be classified as swarm cells. I don't know if you can see because I can't see the camera. Okay, there we go. So these down here, those are what you would typically call swarm cells because they're on the bottom of the frame. And they look like little peanuts there. So we're going to remove those. And then on this side, I saw there is a cell. And like I said, that could be a supersedure cell, but it could also just be a swarm cell that they built where they felt like. So we'll remove that. Drop that royal jelly. And we're going to remove all this stuff at the bottom here because this is going to be wonky, cross comb, these swarm cells that we don't want. Really, you don't want this extra stuff down here at the bottom of your frames. That just is going to cause issues. It's going to cause cross combing. So we just clean that right off. Now, these swarm cells, there's two of them here that are capped that look nice, and one that's open. And you could take and cut these out and put them into a nuke with a couple of frames of bees and just basically do a split. And this hive would be a good candidate to do a split with, to take like this frame here and another frame of brood and just separate them off. That would be a viable option at this point. But I think we're going to give these guys another box and let them go up instead of out. So we're going to remove these guys here. That's all right. And we'll remove, I'm just going to pinch that off. It didn't have anything in it. Okay. So that all looks good. Close that back up. All right. And we got one more frame here, and then we'll take a break because this has been more time than normal. Holy cow, that's a heavy frame. Wow, that's a heavy frame. That's mostly stores. That's beautiful. That's, oh, criminally, that's beautiful capped honey on that side. Oh yeah, that's very heavy. That's a nice frame. Okay. Alright, so yeah, this hive is starting to get just a little bit agitated, and that's fair. We've had them open for a while. We'll get them closed back up here. Bring these frames back in. Okay. And then I have the question, do I want to put an extra box on top, or do I want to raise this box up and put a new box underneath? I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to put a new box on top. So let me grab another box. Okay, so after having to think about it on that first hive, I think I want to have some nukes on hand just in case I do want to do splits on these next 3 hives. So I've got my 3 nukes, and each one of them has a frame feeder in it, and I've got syrup mixed up as well. So if I end up using one, I'll fill up the feeder, and then that means I'll only be taking 3 frames of bees, and realistically more like 2, just depending. But I wanted to have options available, so grab some more equipment, and we'll get into the next hive and see what's going on. Wow, there are a lot of bees in this feeder. There's just a lot of bees in this hive. Give them enough smoke so they know we're here. Just a quick look here. Everything looks all right. Okay, and we'll start at one end and work our way through. If I can get this first frame going here. Not a whole lot of room to get the first one out. Okay, looks like they're just starting to draw on this. and just starting to draw this side out and use it for stores. Set that out of the way. This is just a full box of bees. I mean, this is completely full. It's no wonder the front of the hive is also just full. This is a nice heavy frame of stores. You got some capped stuff. Got a lot more capped on this side. And they're working in towards the center. That is just a heavy frame of stores. But it looks really good. And they're not even done drawing it out yet. We'll set it out of the way. Get into the third frame here. This is just a gorgeous looking hive so far. Got a lot of capped brood. Well, not a lot, but nice capped brood. Looks like an open swarm cell at the bottom. Nope, that's a capped one. Okay. So that's capped, and a nice brood pattern on this side. Okay, we're gonna remember that that's got a swarm cell on it. Actually, I'm just gonna set that aside. Let me make sure I don't crush that swarm cell at the bottom. Because we'll either use this frame in a nuke, or we'll take that off. But I don't want to leave it in here, so it's either going someplace or it's got to get cleaned up. Again, this is just a gorgeous looking brood pattern. That is just gorgeous. Just solid, very few holes. And this side, I mean, wall to wall is just absolutely gorgeous. Just a very, very nice frame. Okay, fifth frame here. Okay, we've got brood that's probably about ready to hatch, and we've got a lot of cells that are being cleaned that have just hatched out. So that means that this frame will probably be hatching out, this brood will probably be hatching out in the next day or so, would be my guess. And this side they've started backfilling. Got an open and a capped cell. There's the open one. And then over here is the capped one. So we'll trim those off. Well, is there anything in the open one? There is not. Okay. But there is a capped one, which is interesting. There's a whole bunch of crosscomb on the next frame though, so... And I don't want either of these frames for the nuke, or this frame, sorry, I don't want this frame for the nuke. So I'm going to remove both of these swarm cells. The capped one and the open one. Okay. Other than that though, good looking frame. It's got some drone comb on it, which is to be expected this time of year. Okay. Have not seen our queen yet though. That's interesting. Don't know where she is. We'll keep an eye out and we'll continue to be very careful be mindful that we have not seen our queen. This is brood that's almost hatched out, and they're backfilling it. Looks like we got a capped swarm cell. Or several, but they don't look very great. So I'm just gonna pinch these ones. I don't want them. There's a queen. Probably 4 days from emerging. Probably was capped 2 days ago, maybe. Not sure. I'm gonna trim all this mess off the bottom. It's not nice looking swarm cells like I thought it was. Well, I just dropped it on the ground. Oops. Okay. Alright, I don't see anything else on this frame to look at. It would be nice to see the queen at some point. We're managing to record. Hopefully she doesn't overheat. Oof. A lot of cross comb on the bottom of this. A lot of swarm cells on the bottom of this, actually. So I think this is our candidate to go into a nuke. This frame has a lot of brood on it, and I see like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see at least 7 capped swarm cells on this. So this is the frame that will go into our nuke. So I'm actually going to go grab a nuke real quick so I can just start putting this in there. Okay, so we're going to take this frame, I'm going to double check it and see if it has the queen on it. And that's our nuke that we'll put it in. It's going to go into the black nuke. So let me, for the moment, sit you back there. Let me double check for a queen here. I didn't see her the first time, but maybe you can help me look. I don't see her, but that doesn't mean she's not here, so we'll have to go through the rest of the hive. I want to make sure she doesn't go into this nuke. I'm not gonna put that in there just yet then. I got a couple more frames. We'll check and see. Hopefully we can find the queen. Just to keep them settled. I don't need them going too crazy. I've got 2 empty frames here. Empty, quote unquote. Let's see, that's got an open. Okay, well, I don't see a queen. I don't see a queen. Let's trim off all that stuff at the bottom here. Okay, 2 more frames. Let's see if we can find our queen. Okay, I don't see a queen anywhere. And all that's left looks like a frame of honey. So, did we miss the queen someplace? It's a good question. Is the queen just on the front of the box for some reason? Don't know. Alright. Okay. Let's check this frame. Okay, this is all honey and stores, so unless the queen was really desperate looking for a place to lay, I don't think she would be here. Yeah, I don't see a queen anywhere. So I must have missed her. Okay. If she happens to be on the box, well, we may never see her. I don't know why she'd be on the box. It'd be weird for her to leave the comb, but... Okay, so what we'll do is we will start working back this way, and we'll tuck our frames back in. So we'll double check this frame we just looked at. And this is a heavy frame of stores. That is all it is on this frame is stores. fat drones, though. Those are not a queen. Okay. Alright. Tuck that down in there. Try to do as little damage as possible. Tuck it back over. Okay. And then we'll go back to see, this has got some open brood on it, some larvae. It's got some capped brood. Some capped brood, they've backfilled some of it. They've got some open larvae in there. Okay. I don't see a queen. Alright. Well, we will gently put that back in there. Still managing to record somehow? That's incredible. Hopefully we can get all of this. Okay. This has got some nectar backfilling on it. One thing I'm noticing is I don't recall seeing eggs, so this queen might be thinking about swarming. We'll just keep looking. Try as gingerly as we can to not kill more than we need to. Alright. Okay, I see empty cells. I don't see eggs in any of them. And I didn't see any eggs on that frame either, so okay. Got one more frame in here. And this has a nice solid brood pattern on it. But I don't see any eggs anywhere. I don't see any place for eggs though. I see young larvae. No queen though. No queen. Okay. Alright, I got her queen. Okay, all right, no problem. Okay, well, here's where we're at. First hive we've inspected and gave more space. Second hive we made into a split. We got 2 more hives to go through. And this hive over here is our split. This is a little nuke box. And it's just absolutely packed full of bees. Oh, it's a heavy frame. And that's only half drawn. That's incredible. Okay, well that's all stores. It looks good. Just set it out of the way. Okay, this has a good looking brood pattern on it. We got a swarm cell on there. Overall though, good looking brood pattern. I see young larvae. Good brood pattern on this side as well. Young larvae. Okay, young larva. Okay, these guys might not be ready to swarm yet. And that's okay. Okay, I see eggs. Okay. Yep, I see lots of eggs. So keep our eye out for the queen. Let's see, those are open. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and knock off these open cells. I don't want them. I've got a capped swarm cell that I pulled out already, so I'm not too worried. Okay. Well, that frame has eggs on it though. So I don't think these are ready to swarm yet. But if I find, oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful pattern. And it's a little spotty. But is it spotty because it's been hatching and then they've been backfilling? Or is it spotty because they didn't make it even back? Well, there's all sorts of eggs on this side. don't see any swarm cells on this. And I don't see our queen anywhere, so. Smoker's out. Okay, got a nice brood pattern across there. I see young larvae. Yeah, young larvae. No queen. There's a bee being born. That's a drone. Drone being born right there on the edge of the frame, chewing his way out. Okay, well, didn't see a queen on that. Saw some eggs though, so our young larvae. Yikes. It's quite a nice pattern there. A lot of larvae, eggs. Yeah, this is just a good looking frame. Looks like a capped swarm cell here. No queen, but that's got a swarm cell, so we're going to set this off to the side for the minute. And that swarm cell will either go into a different box, into a nuke, or it'll get cleaned off of there, depending. But oh, this is a heavy frame. This has got brood that's been backfilled. An open swarm cell. Okay. Set them aside for the minute. Oh. They don't like this stuff. Oh, Lord, this is a heavy frame. Holy cow. Yep. Yeah, this is all honey. Holy cow. And this side. Oh, holy cow. That is a heavy fucking frame. Because they don't want to draw on the plastic here, do they? And they're not drawing worth a shit on the plastic. Yeah, they're not drawing at all on this other one. No, that's just bees and bees. Yeah, they don't like these plastic ones at all. It's okay. Alright, well, I didn't see the queen, but I did see eggs, so I'm not overly concerned about the queen. I think what I might do is I might take these black frames worth of bees. Okay, well, if I can find the queen, I'd like to take those 2 frames. I suppose that's a big if I can find the queen, though. Well, I highly doubt she's going to be on either of these. So let's take a good solid look. Well, ideally I'd like to take that frame out entirely and this one out entirely. So ideally I'd love to find the queen. This frame is ridiculous. It is very, very heavy. There's the queen, there's the queen. There on the corner. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Alright, queen is in the box. Which means I can try not to smash a whole bunch of other bees. Alright, carefully. Okay, I'm just gonna carefully scooch this over. Okay. Alright, so these guys can go back in here. that in there, put that up against it because they've really drawn that one out. Put that down in there. Okay, this one I didn't want to take. Double check. No, that's good. So that go down in there. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, the 2 frames with the swarm cells go in here. Let's see, this guy goes back in here. Carefully. Okay. 2 more frames. Okay, frame 1. Okay. Use that in there. Okay. Okay, so we've still got this nuke now. Got a feeder and some swarm cells. Oh my lord, that's just beautiful brood. It's a nice looking frame right there. Very solid on this side. Good looking pattern. A lot of bees in this box. A lot of bees. it's got a lot of burr comb on it. Okay. No queen, we'll keep going. I think we're still recording too, which is amazing. A lot of burr comb. Good looking brood. Open, dry swarm cell. Good looking brood. Looks like a damaged swarm cell there. Go ahead and just cut that out. We don't need that. Okay. Speaking of cutting stuff out, we're going to want to get rid of this stuff off the bottom here, so. Okay, well, we're still looking for our queen. Just gonna get rid of that. I don't know what's going on with that, but we're just going to cut that whole thing out. Okay. Last look, I don't see a queen. Carefully bring that into there. Let's get our next one going. Fresh brood emerging on this frame. Eggs. Yow, look at that. That is a crazy cell. It's got stuff in it, but it's not capped, so I'm gonna knock it off of there. And of course, I still haven't seen the queen yet, but I have seen eggs, so she's not preparing to swarm, at least not today. We'll cut this whole thing off. don't know. Let me bring that one back in. Just go ahead and move them over. Stores, a little bit of brood. Looks like they've been backfilling. Some eggs, larvae, brood. Queen might be nearby. Okay. Don't see a queen. Oh, that's just a beautiful brood pattern right there. And yeah, more good-looking brood. I don't see our queen anywhere. Not surprising, I don't see any place for her to be laying here. This frame's pretty much full. So we will okay, lots of young larvae. Eggs. Young larvae and eggs. Could be a queen around here somewhere. Some capped brood, eggs, young larvae. Yeah, we could be getting close to a queen. I do not see her. I'm gonna gently place that there. Yeah. Okay. that's some good looking capped honey. Some really good looking capped honey. Young larva. Young eggs. Could be a queen around here somewhere. Okay, don't see a queen. Ugh. Of course, she could have jumped to the box. It's not an imperative that I see her because I haven't seen anything worth worrying about as far as swarm cells or needs to split. Got eggs here too. Stores. Holy cow, this is a heavy frame. Alright, well I don't see her on that one. They're starting to cap that over. This is all just heavy stores, looks like. Yeah. Yep, this is heavy stores. Okay, well, I didn't see the queen, but I did see eggs, so I'm not too concerned about needing to see the queen. And I didn't see anything that I absolutely need to worry about as far as splitting this or actually needing to see the queen. So we're just going to put her back together. One last quick look as we're putting these in there. And then we'll throw an empty box on this one. They are ready for the space, especially since I'm not going to split them. Okay, let's see if we can scooch this last frame in here. We will just take an extreme amount of time and give everybody a chance to move. Okay, so we made 2 splits. The black split here came off of A49, and it has the queen from A49 in it. This is effectively a swarm. This white one here came from A44, the third one there. It just has swarm cells and bees. It does not have a queen. It does have a feeder in it, however. It has a frame feeder, so. And I think I'll light my smoker, relight my smoker just to smoke these bees up in here since I gave them more space. We want them to know that they can go back into their homes. So all that's left now is clean up and we're done for the day.